Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
The voice of Johnson County, JoCo Community Radio.
Gotta get all the way up to your mouth.
All the way up. Gotcha. There I am.
Because it's a good morning.
I hit that note once. I hated that girl.
Oh, boy. Good morning. Good morning, Johnson County, Texas. It is Talk About It Tuesday of spring break in Burleson,
Spring
Texas,
break.
and most of
Let's
the state.
go.
And it's Sarah Arden Reeves, aka Red, aka sometimes High Octane, and sometimes the Wolf.
Not to be confused with the cougar.
Oh no, I don't do that. Not on purpose. Anyway, Jason Backley is here with us.
Yes, broker, realtor, new owner of a couple of businesses.
And we have a special guest, Anthony Jared Salazar.
Thank you for having me.
You're
This is
welcome.
the first.
So glad to have a friend at the table.
Man,
Hey, I get to
I mean,
put this
that's
on my
what he
resume,
is.
right?
Sure,
Okay,
you
okay,
bet.
Okay, that's what I'm going.
This is
I'm
your
feeling
audition.
I'm feeling good today. You know, just having
I
a little
see.
bit of testosterone in the house feels good.
Usually the cheese stands alone with Jason.
There's so much estrogen flowing in this place. I start to cry sometimes just when I walk in.
Hey, listen. I have 4 girls I raised, so
Okay,
I'm
well, you
there.
understand.
Yeah, I understand.
It's okay. It's okay. It's man.
It's like 1 week out of the month. It's just it's so different than the rest, and I haven't been able to figure out why yet.
You know, that's not
Exactly.
funny. That's funny because this office doesn't have that problem. Either they've all timed out or they've done other things. We don't do that here.
Time out.
Anyway, my dad had a house full of girls, and at one time we had a cat that was a boy, and it was an outside cat. We don't do inside cats because they gross all of us out. You know, they step in their anyway. Then they walk on your counters. Gross. But we had an outside cat, and his name was Minkert, and it was the only male on the property for like 10 years, other than my dad. And it was like they were best friends. Oh, all right. So while you take a business call, sometimes we have to work, you know. So anyway, my dad, he liked being in a house full of girls until we got old enough where we were having sleepovers. And like when we had sleepovers, it was a bunch of girls. And so the whole living room would be lined in sleeping bags full of girls. And my dad would walk out. He's like, I walked out in my boxers this morning. Won't do that again.
Well, you know, that's the difference between girls and boys. If it was
Yeah.
boys, there's gonna be nothing but forts everywhere, and you're having sock wars and Nerf wars.
Yeah.
That's the biggest difference.
And well, so our house was kind of the place that all the teenagers came, even when my sister was in junior high and high school, and hung out. It's kind of the party house, but I mean, it was good Baptist partying, you know? And so we would, there was always kids there. Even if my sister wasn't even home, some of her friends were here at the house, like Mark Shepard, which is his best friend's brother. I'm trying to tag you in this so I can share the thing. So I'm like talking real slow.
You got to remember, I have like 3 aliases. So I mean,
I know, I'm
it can be
tagging-
under anything at this
See,
point.
I'm like the Jared Salazar.
There is a Jared Salazar.
That's the only one I'm friends with.
Oh, well, you know, you met Tank on Saturday.
Well, mine is Priscilla. But so my like Mark Shepard would throw and William Carlson and like a couple of other ones, they would all throw goldfish at me. whenever I was little because they were all high school kids, and I was.
Mark Shepard's my best friend's
just said
brother.
that.
Yeah.
And so there were years that we still found goldfish all throughout the living room.
It
from
would
them
not
throwing them
surprise
at
me. Mark was a bit of a, he's a bit of a, Mark.
Mark. He's just Mark.
It's Mark.
Mr. Shepherd boy.
He is. He's a troublemaker. Mr. Mark Shepard, if you're listening.
My
I haven't talked to him in about a year.
You haven't?
Uh-uh.
I probably haven't talked to him since I was in junior high. But, we can't all be perfect. So, anyway.
He's living far, far away out in the northeast side of Dallas.
That's so far.
It is to me.
That's terrible. I wouldn't want to go over there. That's the dark, shadowy place.
What do we call that, Simba? This is a dark side. We do not go there.
Yeah. Anyway, but it's spring break, so we can go wherever we want this week because there's no traffic.
This is true.
And we can travel all over the Metroplex if we wanted to. But do we want to?
No. But it's funny
Come
to
on,
me.
why DFW? Tell us the reason why.
Well, here's the fun. No, listen. I mean, I will travel just about anywhere for something really cool. Obviously, we talked a little bit about Pinfest coming up in Frisco, but
pinball machine.
Oh my
festival
gosh, it's
in
gonna be
Frisco.
amazing! I'm so excited.
I kind of.
It's the dumbest thing to ever be excited about, but I don't care. Some people, it's just their thing. Anyway, before I nerd out too hard, so I have people move here all the time. Being a realtor, you have people come from California, Arizona. They come from the Northeast. They come from all over. And so when we're sitting there talking about, well, what's close, I'm like, well, you can go up to the Colony. It's fairly close. And they're like, well, how far away is that? It's probably about 40 miles. And they're like, what? That's like an eternity away. For 40 miles for them is 3 states up in the northern east.
Yeah.
And so they're like, no, what? That's close. I'm like, yeah. It's only like 35, 40 minutes.
Yeah. It's like my Vietnamese brother / not brother. He, when I graduated high school, he invited me up to stay a week with him in Virginia, but he worked in DC. So like he had an apartment, a really awesome apartment in Virginia. And then he worked in DC. So we would drive from his apartment and we stopped and got pizza in Maryland. And then we went to his office in DC. And then that weekend, he was like, okay, we're going to go to New York City. And I was like, okay, I don't know what that seems like really far. I mean, it was shorter than the drive to Houston. It was like $18 in tolls one way though.
That's crazy. I lived in Lubbock, so that drive is a long ways.
Yeah.
And you can go through many states.
Yeah.
if they were here in Texas.
Yeah. It was really cool though. It was neat.
So I went to Tech.
So did I.
And, that song, Happiness is Lubbock in My Rearview Mirror.
Yep.
I played it the day that I left. And I took pictures by the sign that says now leaving Lubbock. It is the flattest, most horrible place. It's the only place I've ever seen in America where if it rains a half an inch, everybody's flooded.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
literally the worst. And then if it's not doing that, then you're getting the cattle smell that lingers like a mist over the city. It looks like London in the middle of the spring. I mean, it's so bad. And then you have the dust storms.
And it will rain mud.
Ew.
So,
Yeah.
Can't wear white on rainy days at all.
Or probably ever.
Well, if it's windy too, like you learn, like everybody's like and you can't see this on the radio, but everybody's got their mouth like this. And they're like down. Because if you open your mouth in, you're just chewing little pieces of sand. It's the worst.
It's very windy.
But Lubbock as a school, like going to Tech, was amazing.
Yep.
It was a great place to go to college.
I told Elise she probably ought to try to go to Lubbock or go to
It's a
Tech.
great place.
I'm like,
Would you agree?
Yeah, and it's changed so much. I don't know when last time
Oh,
you were
it's
there.
totally different.
Completely changed. I mean, everything is new. I got there, I got lost because there's
Yeah.
highways there that weren't there. It's amazing.
When did you go?
I went just this last October.
No, when were you there originally?
I was from 98 to 01.
Okay, so I was there at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was there from 2000 to 03.
Gotcha.
So we were there right about the time Bleach and all those
The
guys.
good times.
It was a good time
Fun
to
times.
be there.
Times you don't remember.
Like this weekend.
Like this weekend. Yes, we'll put that on the board as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or things you don't want.
Sometimes you still want to remember. It's fine.
Now it's a great college town. And I would say if you're going to college there, it's great. But living there, like I don't get it.
It is cheap though. It is cheap to live there.
It's a lot cheaper.
Very affordable.
Yeah, it's not
I have
bad.
a friend of mine, very dear friend of mine, Ann Rose's daughter, Lauren, and her
Yeah.
husband, they
Mhm.
live out there now on the country club.
Mm-hmm.
And their daughter is now going to tech. She was going to go away. And then after she graduated, she was like, all my friends are still going there. Like, why not just stay home?
It's
So
a
she's
great
actually
school too.
living
it
at
really
home,
is.
and
Yeah,
it's casual, and
It's gotten better every year.
I mean, nothing against like TCU or UT, but it's an actual college town. So
Yeah.
you don't have just a
most people
huge
that are
city
there are
right
there for that.
Right.
Yeah, everything surrounds Texas Tech athletics. I mean, all the entertainment's going to be at the school for the most part. So if you want to watch a show or you want to go to a basketball game or football or baseball, it's all there. And man, I mean, the crowds are like, especially like the baseball games, they're phenomenal.
They tailgate at baseball games.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's legit. Probably the most fun you'll have at an athletic event is going to a baseball game at Tech. It's bizarro.
I guess I'll have to try it out. Maybe they'll have a good dance program. My kid will want to go there.
Maybe.
I was like, you'll probably end up, coming home with an oil man. I mean, they're very well sponsored by Double Eagles,
They are.
Double Eagle Land or
The
whatever. it's
petroleum
called. Yeah.
petroleum engineering there is outstanding.
The guy makes sure that each football player gets like a large amount every year in cash.
I think it's like 50,000. I think
it's a lot.
Yeah, and they all got brand new pickup trucks this year.
Like every single player.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, he played at Tech.
Yeah. I mean, and he's really pretty. He's married, but I think he's married. Anyway, he was whenever I met him at the Petroleum Club one day. I was like, but you're really pretty. I was like, and you're doing good things. I like people that do good things. And that's, I'm thankful for being in a town where most of my friends do good things. Otherwise, I'm not friends with them. But
unless they give you things and then they're frenemies.
That could go so many different directions. And I'm just going to Kermit the Frog that. We're going to let that hang in the air for a minute.
If you don't know the meme, it's really not as funny. But if you know the meme, it's pretty good. I think he's drinking tea, though, not coffee.
Well, I don't have tea. I have coffee.
That's
so
true.
I'm doing the best I can.
That's all good. I understand.
So anyway.
What did you study at Tech?
Business management.
Okay. Did you graduate?
No, I actually took a summer job here in Fort Worth right when the economy went bad. And they're like, hey, would you like to make some more money? I said, yeah. Then I bought a brand new Jeep. Didn't realize my insurance was going to be just as much as a Jeep.
Yeah.
It's like, well, can't afford that as a college kid.
Nope.
So, but no, I ended up running this company, then ventured off and started my own company.
Well, it's too
So
bad
that
it didn't
kinda
work
worked
out for you.
Yeah. I know. Here I am. I'm a man I'm a multi-talented man. I like to think that.
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah.
So-
Diversified.
I am.
I think I like to say that. We're
I mean, look at me now.
diversified. Look
On
at
the
me.
resume. Check it off.
Radio.
Yeah.
Radio character now. You
Yeah.
get to add something else.
No, it's radio personality.
Personality.
Oh, right.
Personality.
Sorry. That spring break late morning stuff is killing me. So what is your business, Jared Anthony? See, like I read your name in my head first. I'm like, that's not his name. His name's Anthony.
I go by
It's
multiple.
on his shirt.
So real quick, I'll tell you a quick
No,
story.
it's not.
I'll tell you a quick story. So I always went by Anthony growing up. I decided when you know what? When I go to Lubbock, I'm gonna go by Jared. I had multiple friends that went to Lubbock with me. My friends met my new friends. I'm like, oh, you know Jared? No, I know Anthony. I know. It was just a completely.
So you
bad idea.
ADHD'd your own name.
Yeah, pretty much.
I did that
Pretty much.
with
So,
my last name.
no, I got a promotional embroidery company. We do a lot with the rodeo industry. We do some screen printing. I also am in do roofing sales for Lone Star Roofing here locally in
Uh-huh.
Burleson. I'm now a radio personality. I'm trying to get into some actual DJ mixing nightclub stuff. You know,
Oh,
I got
yeah.
I got a little opportunity there. You know,
Oh.
if I can learn, I can get my foot in the door.
Are you gonna work side by side with that girl that was there at Lumberyard
No,
on Friday?
she will blow me out of the water.
Are you going to wear a helmet thing? That'd
No.
be awesome.
No, but I got to put.
I just thought maybe you're gonna get a push-up bra.
I do got a pretty good 90s costume that I like to rock every now and then. So, I mean, I do whatever I can.
Well, I've got an idea for a sports bro.
Sports bro.
Yeah, instead of a sports bra, I need a sports bro.
I understand.
And it's similar to a push up, but it's more of a push around.
Flatten it.
I got it. I just need it pushed and squared off a little bit. Make it look a little. I mean, these girls come in there and it's just a surprise no matter what. And so I want to be able to do that and be like, oh man, he's got such a great. Oh, that's not at all what I expected. It's dark. I don't care. We're already here. Joyce is the only one that's going to enjoy it. But I mean, I'm just saying.
I think you ought to do it.
The Sports Bro.
The Sports Bro.
Brought to you
by the Bag Man.
By Kramer from Seinfeld.
Brought to you by the Bag Man.
Yeah.
Wow. Jason Bagley. Yeah. So a lot of rodeo stuff. You do a lot of rodeo stuff for the stock show, for the stockyards, or
a little bit of everything. It's mainly the actual contestants.
Okay.
We do a lot of contestant work, and then of course when the national finals go to Vegas, we do a lot of stuff for that. So I'm pretty much working from end of October to mid-December because.
So do you have an embroidery machine?
I do.
So I mean, like I've seen a lot of those rodeo stuff. I mean, it's elaborate.
Intense.
Oh, it's elaborate. I have one guy that has like 13 logos on his shirts, and it takes at least 2 days to do all his shirts.
Yeah, and they're heavy.
Yeah, but he's a big name. So the bigger the name, the more the logos.
Yeah. Yeah.
He actually just won the American.
Which event?
Tie down rope. Shad Mayfield.
Oh, Shad. I know that
You know
guy.
Shad?
I mean,
Nice
I know
guy.
him, but my brother knows him. But like every year for the NFR or whatever he's in, and that's on TV, because my brother's always watching the Cowboy Channel.
Mm-hmm.
They're always paying attention. And they're like, oh yeah, go Shad. Like they know that guy. My niece had a bunch of stuff like that. Cactus Ropes sponsored her, and she got a full ride scholarship to college on it.
There you go.
It
To Tarleton?
No.
It was just assumption.
Well, no, she's from
everyone assumes that one.
She's from Colorado, so she went to an Oklahoma college.
Okay.
Yeah. She's now dating this cat out of Lamar, Colorado. That's doing very well for himself.
It's not abnormal to date animals these days.
That's not what I meant.
That's not okay. You never can tell these days. I don't want to assume anything.
Never assume. Yeah. You do, Mrs. Swan. Do, look like a mom.
How racist are you?
Looking like a mom. I loved Mrs. Swan. She was awesome.
Funny.
I miss Mad TV. That was a freaking funny show.
It was.
Yeah. So anyway, enough about that. What else? What other industries do you do a lot of work for?
Well, it's
roofers.
Yep. Us.
A lot of Lone Star.
Yep. Who's knocking on my door today? It's us. Here with a smile, though.
So do you actually go knock doors?
I will. Yes. Here's what I've learned. I'm probably like one of the hardest workers you'll ever meet. I mean, I'll work 7 days a week. I mean, it doesn't matter. Now I'm like, you know what? I'm going to work hard, but I'm going to branch out. That's one thing I didn't do. I focused on one thing, worked for a family-owned company for so long. And it was actually my ex-wife was like, you know what? Why don't you start your own business? You're here 60 hours, 80 hours a week. Do it for yourself.
Yeah.
And so I did that. And, it's scary because when I did it, she was actually pregnant. I was like, okay.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Okay, this is going to, this is pressure. This is stress. But it worked out until COVID hit. And now I'm like, you know what? Let me hustle over here, hustle over there. Let me see what I can do.
Spread it out.
Yeah. So, because if you're not doing it, someone else is doing it.
Yeah. Somebody's going to make the money.
That's right.
Might as well be you.
That's right.
Yeah, but you got to a level where you could take some time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on getting to that level. Step by step.
I think everybody, if we're all entrepreneurs at the table, the biggest thing I would say to somebody is, if you don't have the capability of risk, don't get into this.
Right. I agree.
Don't start this, because the every week showing up with a check thing, that doesn't happen.
It does
not.
And typically it takes a long time to win. And the last business we had, we didn't become profitable for 5 years. Maybe it may have been 7 years before we were really like super, we're comfortable being able to pay ourselves. But when it was over, well, we got a big win. And I remember some of the employees after we'd sold the company were like, "Oh, it must be nice." I'm like, "Dude,
You don't
do
know
you
how hard
realize
we
what
worked to
kind of
get
hell
here.
I went through?
That's the one thing I hate when people say, "Oh, it must be nice."
Must be nice."
People don't realize how hard you work in the hours. I mean, I'll go to work at 5 in the morning and stay till 10 o'clock at night. And there's some people like, "Why are you working so much?" I go, "You know what? So, I got so much rodeo business. Rodeos are every weekend.
Yes.
Every weekend.
Yes.
So I'm always somewhat busy. But once COVID hit, shut down schools, shut down rodeos. It was the one time that I was like, wow, okay, this is really stressful now.
Yeah.
You know, I lost employees and I was like, you know what? I'm going to spend this next year and a half, 2 years working by myself. I'll do the production like I did when I was younger.
Yep.
Build our cash flow back and go from there. And so, but yeah, it's the must be nice is like, oh man, you don't know the sweat and
Must be nice to clock in and clock out.
yeah,
Must be nice
you're
just to
right.
work that 8 hours.
Right, exactly.
Well, a lot of
Working
people
a
don't
gravy
realize
train.
no matter how successful they are, even if you're successful from the very beginning and you're hardly working, you still have to take on
It's the
the
responsibility.
responsibility. So if
It's
something
heavy.
goes wrong, it's on you.
Mhm.
If you get sued, and if you've ever been sued, you have never been stressed out in your life until you've been sued, for $1 million. When somebody sues you for $1 million and you go through the stress of that, I'll never forget when I was sitting there talking to my attorney, we were going through it and they're like, "Look, this may cost you your business." I
Oh my
thought
God.
I was going to have a stroke. I thought I was having a stroke. I went to a place. I'm like, "I think I'm having a stroke." They're like, "Nope, you're just having a really bad anxiety attack." I didn't even know what an anxiety attack was
Yeah.
until that day. I'll never forget it. The feeling of that, but that responsibility was on me. And it wasn't, what people don't understand is like, if you're any kind of a decent human being, if you got 30 employees and you're looking at them going, my decision on this particular item could cost all of these people their
Yes.
job
Yes.
because I made the wrong decision. Or if somebody gets hurt, did I do enough to keep them from getting hurt, to keep all, it's like you take on the responsibility of every family that you hire. As an employer, that's something that is not quantifiable by a paycheck.
No.
It's just not. But for those of us who are entrepreneurs, it is an addiction that
Yeah.
you can't be without.
Yeah.
Like for me, and I don't know how you feel, but it's like I look at it like this. I could go to work for somebody, but one day they could look at me and go, "Yeah, we don't need you anymore.
Yep.
You're good."
Yeah.
And I get fired anyway. So this quote unquote stability of working for somebody, that ain't real. Go
It's
look
not.
at those Miller employees sitting on the side of the road right now.
Well, they're still getting paid on being on strike anyway. But yeah, we can't do
Sort
it.
of.
We'd rather not. We'd rather have like 1,000 different bosses because each client is our boss, right? I
Mhm.
mean, but we can choose to be booked.
Correct.
I'm sorry, I'm booked that week. I can't go do that survey. Because you're usually a thief or you're a pain in my ass or whatever it is. If you're being able to pay your bills, you don't really care if they don't use you sometimes. You'd rather them use somebody else. But for the most part, you have 1,000 different clients, means 1,000 different bosses. But I couldn't just have one.
Well, and the other thing is you
Couldn't do
do one thing wrong, you can do everything perfect
Yeah.
for 10 years.
Yeah.
But one thing wrong and it just goes,
Right.
social media kills you.
Right.
Don't go there because you know what? I'm going to go complain because I had one bad experience,
Yeah.
even though you've been perfect the whole time.
And yeah, they got one letter wrong. Well, you gave me the wrong letters. You didn't give me the right color yellow. I'm sorry.
But there's a ton of pressure making sure the people that work for you are getting a paycheck.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is.
It's a ton of pressure.
Yeah.
And usually they're getting paid before you.
It's always.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're the
My
last
dad's
to get
employees
paid.
always got paid before he did.
Mhm.
And that's just the way I grew up. That's just what we did. You take care of your people first. And
'Cause they
that,
take
and
care of you.
my brother has helped me with that, even though I don't have any I don't have any employees on time, like all the time anymore. I got rid of that. I was set free. But he's like, if you can't survive, if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. And he's like, it's just like being the parent on the flight. When the oxygen masks come down, you got to put the oxygen mask on first,
Right.
because then you can't help anybody else. And so that has helped me do better. At least with my mindset, like, yeah, I'm going to hire somebody, but it's going to be contract work because I can pay you this and not have to worry about you every other day. It's awesome. That's what I do. But I can do that. We've got lots of comments, man.
Yeah, we're getting some.
Mike Wilshire, girl sleepovers are horrible.
You know, with my girls, I try not to be there. Like, Kendall and Joyce, I say, look, y'all go do your thing. I'm going to do my best not to be around for a lot of different reasons now, especially with them becoming teenagers and stuff like that. It's like, hey, I don't need to be a part of this.
Tiffany said, morning from Dallas, love. So she's taking Maximus to the airport and waiting for him to fly off. Nervous mom. And Lindsay Nobe, I don't know how to say that.
Not Jared.
Said, not Jared Salazar.
Oh God, here we go.
Derek Sheeler says, Salazar is a superstar. Becky Jones.
One might call him a lone star.
Hey, there we go.
Hey. And Becky Cho says, off to a great start this morning. Smiley face.
I have so many fans.
Yes,
AP
you do.
on the AP
You have
on
a
the line
following. Tiffany says, yes, entrepreneurs strategically pay themselves last if they pay themselves.
Correct.
And that's true, because you got to, if it's your passion, it's hard to not pay. Like, it's hard not to put every dollar you have left back into it because that's what you're investing in. It's your life. It's our lives. Yeah, Alex Phillips says, good morning.
Yeah, thanks for listening, Alex. We're kind of talking about this entrepreneur thing. If you get into this business, I mean, how long have you been doing the embroidery and work like that?
Oh man, how old am I? 20 years now.
So 20 years, and you've had ups and you've had downs.
Yep.
That's what I would say statistically. The reason people succeed as entrepreneurs is they don't give up when everybody else does.
Correct.
So the people that you see that come and go, it's like there's a reason y'all come and go. Is because when it gets hard,
you can't take it.
They go and get jobs.
Yep.
And if you're a real entrepreneur, you can't. It's like I can't.
More on not giving up after the break. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Abnormal realities.
I love my mom.
Yep. She sent me a message.
My mom did?
Yeah, Wednesday night. And she invited me over tomorrow night to watch Titanic and share a bowl of popcorn. And I accepted.
You did?
Yep.
That'd be fun.
And she calls it Chaps Only Night. Every Saturday night.
Look.
Miss Dixie,
Look,
how you doing? He said, it's my mom, bro. All right, it's my mom.
I want to hear the answer to the Titanic and popcorn. Go ahead, Mom. What's up?
Oh!
Hi, boys. I just wanted to ask Rocky if he wanted butter on that popcorn or not.
I would rather have the butter somewhere else, but if popcorn's the only place I can have it, I'll take it.
Jeez,
hey,
dude.
Nobody says I can't roll around in it for a little bit.
All right, Mom.
That is my
Love you.
girl. I love you,
Mom.
Dixie.
Abnormal realities.
My mom, love you.
Dixie.
Bye. I love you too.
With Ron and Rocky. Weekdays, 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. on JoCo Community Radio.
Holy crap.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
JoCo Community Radio. Listen live at tunein.com.
And welcome back to the second half of JoCo Vibes. JoCo Community Radio is proud to be the voice of Johnson County, Texas, and is live 24/7 on the TuneIn Radio Network. TuneInJoCo.com is the place to find all the ways to listen and watch. And the station app is also available for free on Android and Apple devices. Simply search your store. Check out our lineup and more at JoCoCommunityRadio.com. This episode and more brought to you by thetiffy.com.
The Tiffy.
And Todd Hurd and Associates. If you need to have your final preparations
And you do.
laid out, which you do, call Todd Hurd and Associates, the Texas lawyer. I think that's what it was. Anyway.
And Scrub Buddies.
And Scrub Buddies.
Gotta remember to get your buddies scrubbed.
Make your scrubs look even better with Scrub Buddies. So I probably missed one, but
Swipe Nation.
Oh, Swipe Nation. Who needs credit card services? Swipe Nation will get you the cheapest deal around. You can still run your credit cards.
And they're local.
Yep. Support local.
Mm-hmm.
So welcome back to I did the Tiffy first. She goes to Tiffy.com. Welcome back to the second half. JoCo vibes.
Quit stopping us down, Tiffany.
I got you, boo.
You are not here. We're in charge now.
What is it? The people have taken over. What is the saying? I don't know, but the hood rats are taking over. I don't know.
The inmates are running the asylum.
That's what
That's
That's where it is.
There
Ding,
it is.
ding, ding. Found it. See, I'm not quite.
He hadn't been around and he already knows.
I know. Well,
it is an asylum around here.
I get the vibe. I feel it. It's like I fit in perfectly.
Yeah, you feel like home. So, yeah, some of us just don't ever give up, do we?
No, you don't give up because you can't.
When things get hard, you don't just quit. You don't just go find something else. You don't just let it go.
So, Jared Anthony, what is the name of your company?
It is Threads Customized.
Threads. Customized.
Threads.
Is that
Threads?
If they were going to look and see where they could find you on, do you have the interwebs?
I do. I have the internet. We have an online presence.
Okay. What is the address for your company?
It is threadscustomized.com. Threads with an S, customized with an ED.
All right. Threadscustomized.com. If you want to get your cowboy gear all rolled up into one.
Whatever you need, we will make it happen.
If it's not cowboy gear,
we do it all. Printing, school stuff,
Texas Tech gear,
uniforms.
I didn't do the
everything all
right.
Everything all.
I didn't put it in there right. Anyway, the link didn't show up, but we'll fix it. So yeah, you've been tenacious and pressed on, and now you've gone to a place where you can spread out and do other things and have a good time. Now your kids are also not so little, so that helps too.
That is very nice. Yes.
Yeah. Do they drive yet?
They do not. I'm actually we're in the process of teaching my oldest. So
it's about time for me to start teaching Elise. She drives a golf cart at her dad's house, but we don't have one of those. So
yeah, Kendall turns 15 tomorrow.
Get ready.
Mm-hmm.
Well, mine worries me because she's a big F1 racing fan. I'm like, surely she's not going to watch this and just like, let's just throw down the pedal. What's he say in Days of Thunder? I'm dropping the hammer. Please, let's not drop the hammer.
Rubbin's racing, Dad.
Rubbin is racing.
Pedal to the metal.
Man,
I grew up. I was born with a lead foot. I came by it natural.
Slingshot. Engaged.
Yeah. Plus insurance on cars these days are unreal.
So I heard something and y'all can clarify this. I was talking with a buddy of mine, and he bought his daughter a Tesla. And the reason he bought her a Tesla is because of the insurance cost.
Really?
It's almost a third of what it would normally be because they have so many smart features on the Tesla. So if you're thinking, how can I get my kid into an affordable situation? I mean, obviously you have to buy a Tesla, but you could buy a used one. I was looking the other day, you can find a used Tesla for, 25, somewhere in that range. And you figure if you do that over, 3 or 4 years, it's going to be about the cost of the insurance of what it would be anyway. So I don't know. I think it's a good trade-off to put them in something that's fairly safe that keeps them a little bit safer.
Right. But, then you always hear these stories, the battery's done. And all of a sudden it's a $15,000 battery.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not cheap. Once it's done, it's done.
Oh, sorry. Somebody's doing a commercial for you right now.
Oh, yeah.
Salazar goes by the name of Tankster the Gangster.
Oh, yeah. I know where that one's coming.
It's all from your buddy.
Oh, I know.
Sheeler.
Yeah. And talk about entrepreneur, that guy.
He said he's freshly single and ready to mingle, ladies.
Yeah.
Oh,
just call the number that's scrolling on the bottom of the line. We'll get you hooked up.
And then you got to call the wolf.
The wolf goes wherever Tankster the gangster goes.
Oh my God.
The wolf is the
Not at
cleanup.
the same time, just after.
That's right.
I'm glad this
Cleanup.
was today, not yesterday.
Mercy.
Oh boy. The more you know. Was that
Yeah,
I don't know what you're
Rainbows
talking
and
about.
Star?
That Derek Sheeler guy, man, I don't think he does anything.
Oh no.
I mean, does he just sit around and just count the
Twiddles
money?
his thumb.
Man, that guy
He's-
just did
What is it?
nothing.
The duck on what is DuckTales, the grandfather.
The grandpa
He's
Goes
swimming.
swimming in his
Have you seen the Family Guy episode of that?
no.
He goes and gets the big thing of gold coins. He dives in, breaks his neck, and he just smashes everything. Yeah, because there's no way you can actually dive into gold. It's not going to happen.
1-800 the tank, get you a date.
Come on. You ain't never had a night like that.
Oh man, y'all might start getting some requests for me to come back.
Hey.
Speaking of embroidery ladies,
He's like, the filter kicked in.
stop.
Let
You
your,
see
let
where
your
it just- I just-
imagination run with
yeah,
that.
everything started and then it went, oh, no. Stop. Back up.
Whoa, don't go too far. Just
Golly.
And we're off the tracks.
here
It
we
happens
are.
a lot.
Oh my God. Becky said, who needs dating apps?
It's true. It's true.
So the threads customized.com, and we'll get some shirts made, right? For anybody's business
That's right.
or their rodeo gear and their
right.
sponsors.
Perhaps you want to get some scrub buddies or the Tiffy, and you need
That's right.
something embroidered on those so you can
Yeah.
have your name on them. Now, I typically buy clothes and embroider them so that I can write them off because
Smart move.
I'm already in business every day of my life
Are
anyway.
you going to wear the clothes
I got to wear the clothes. I might as well have my business being advertised on them.
all the time?
Hmm.
That's what my dad did. He had
Mhm.
we still have tons of shirts that are like Rad Map and Reeves Exploration. And we even have a bunch of them from like the name before where we were Relucent. Just like, and he would get really nice starched shirts, really nice. He didn't wear cheap clothes ever. In fact, like he liked nice things and he liked to look good and he liked to feel good. And, because you're only as good as you feel, right?
That's right.
And even if he wasn't real confident in whatever he was doing, he was like, I know I'm gonna look good,
Try it.
and like he had a pet peeve of going to restaurants and they had those cheap paper napkins. He's like, you can always tell the type of restaurant it is by the napkin, but he liked those thick ones, like you can like try to rip them apart and they don't hardly rip, like they're paper, but they're not
Mhm.
paper.
That's the way I go in my golf games. Like, you know what? I may not be very good, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to look good.
I'm gonna look. Yeah,
That's-
my dad made sure he was like, I'm gonna look good doing this. He didn't pick it up till he was 60, and but he had full on head to toe. He looked to the nines. He looked like he belonged at Colonial.
Till the whiskey kicks in.
He didn't really drink, but
Oh.
well,
You may
in
not look
my
like you belong
lifetime-
to the Colonial until the whiskey kicks in.
well, no, because he grew up over there when he was being a heathen, and he didn't drink after I was born much, like maybe a few beers here and there, but yeah, he definitely got into some good fights over there,
Mhm.
TCU campus area. Yeah, he's like, that was the one time I went to jail, and the lady didn't press
Wow.
charges, but she made us come back and fix all the stuff. She said, you can't come back here, but unless you come and you fix all this stuff. We got all brand new stuff. We've never had this problem before. He said, we turned those tables over and they've been put back together 15 times. Anyway, those good stories. Anyway,
Yeah, hey, listen,
it was wild.
it look crazy.
Hmm.
That's okay.
Just enough.
It happens.
It's a good kind of crazy though.
It happens.
Now, you also do the roofs with Lone Star,
Yes, sir.
and I'm assuming that's how you know Derek.
No, I actually met him a couple years ago, just for
Okay.
some random friends. Then
Okay.
he's like, hey, man, you can do some roofs. You'd
Yeah.
be perfect for it.
Yeah.
I was like, Derek, I'd be perfect for a lot of things.
Yes,
But you haven't
would.
started that business yet, Derek. But if you want to try Tankster the gangster. We can make some money, Derek. Now let's get going. You say you're an entrepreneur. We got somebody sitting in the wings here, man.
Just chomping at
Put
the
him out.
bit.
He says he's a DJ. Let's see what he can do.
My thing is, I'm a social guy. I like talking to people.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I feel people. You know, I can have a great conversation with a stranger. I've never met a stranger.
That's
Yeah.
what's really fun about doing what we do is that, you know, especially as entrepreneurs, especially when things get tough, like you're pretty much by yourself
Right.
all the time during the day. That's one reason why I like doing the radio. It gets me
Yeah.
going. I like to be around people. No man is an island unto himself. And when you're by yourself all the time, you realize how fun it is to be around people.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So like, I think that you have the same personality type that I have and Jason as well. Like if we're out, we're about, we're going to have a good time. And you want to have a bad time, you can go somewhere else, but you're not going to do that around me.
Some people say I have too good of a time at times, but that's
No.
okay. You know where I thrive?
Too much of a good thing is wonderful.
Like, you put me at an all-inclusive resort in Mexico, and the next morning, everyone will know who I am because it's happened. I'm like, I will talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Just here, have a good time.
It's-
Enjoy life.
We're here to have a good time.
Life is too short.
I'm going on one of those in May. It's my first time on an all-inclusive.
Yeah.
I've convinced my wife because she likes to cruise. She likes to get on the cruise ships.
Don't do cruises.
Can't do it.
And
Can't
so
do it.
it's basically an all-inclusive, but it's an all-inclusive prison. And
We talked about this last night.
We were talking about how
Did you?
gross. I can't do the water. You're
It's-
sharing your recycled water. I can't do it.
recycled
Everybody
water,
gets off that
recycled
damn
air.
thing and they're sick. I don't understand.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
are we doing this? Let's
Yeah,
get
they
let's
got the
go get
norovirus
the Petri
going.
dish.
Well, my problem is like you're gonna tell me we're gonna port here, and I'm gonna go have a good time, and you're gonna tell me I have to leave when I'm
At a
having a good
certain
time.
time.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah, so
I'm
that's
not
what I'm
gonna make
looking
it.
forward to.
I didn't
do
even
it.
find the good spot till like an hour before we had to
Right.
leave.
I'm like, I'm in my prime right now. I'm having a great time.
So the last cruise that we went on, we went with my mom and dad and my sister and brother-in-law, and we were in Cozumel.
Mhm.
By
Love
the way,
Cozumel.
there's a story there, but we were sitting there, having a drink and eating, and we all decided to go get tattoos. So we went to this place and we got tattoos together, and we wanted to stick around. Well, you can't because the ship's is leaving.
Right.
So we were going to go back and have some more food because we were hungry, and we had found this nice little restaurant, and you can't stay. But if you're at an all-inclusive, like we're going to Cancun, well, Cozumel's right across. I mean, you can take a little ferry ride over to Cozumel. You want to go over there and hang out all day? And you say, listen, I'm not ready to leave yet. You just don't. And I think that's way better.
It is.
You know, the only as far into Mexico as I've ever been is Pedras Negras, and that was fun. I was with my parents. I was in 7th grade. I haven't been to Mexico back since then, but
Oh,
they
I think
put
you're
me.
missing out.
Yep.
Well,
Definitely missing out.
We were staying in Eagle Pass at their friend's house, and we walked across. This one time, we walked across, and because we got tired of taking the big black Suburban across and having to have them search the entire Suburban, like, got any guns? No. You got any bullets? No, we don't have any bullets. You got any bullets? Anyway, my mom will still say bullets. So we walk across this one time, and we're walking back across, and they put me in the front of the line to go through customs, the border check. Me, 7th grade. And the guy goes, so where are you from? First question right out of the bat. Like, he goes, where are you from? I said, America. And he lost his shit. He started laughing hysterically, and he was like, oh God. He's like, but which one? And I was like, Texas.
You can't tell.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he knew the answer. I was blonde back then.
I feel like your
Swiss
questions
cheese
are
color blonde
stupid.
almost. Yeah, that's what I was like. He didn't ask the rest of us any questions.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, we got her out of the way. You're all good.
Yeah. Who are you with?
You're
honey?
with her. It's fine.
You're good.
Hey, man, leaders lead. What
That's
up?
true.
That's
That's true.
Golly.
I got us across.
Also, the sacrificial lambs lead as well.
The
You know,
what?
The sacrificial lambs.
Yeah, lead them right to the slaughter.
Mm.
You know, in
Oof.
chess, there's pawns first.
Hey, leaders lead doesn't mean you're following a good one.
And this is true.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if there's anybody out there who would like to take Miss Sarah Arden, the Red, the Wolf, to Mexico to give her an experience of a lifetime,
Oh boy.
this is your opportunity.
I know
now.
not to drink the water.
Yeah, it's bottled water. You stick to the bottled water.
Oh boy. Thanks, Jason.
You know, I really feel like this needs to be talked about. if they would just fix the government in Mexico, nobody'd ever leave there. I mean, honestly,
It's cheap. It's
beautiful.
beautiful. Like even in the mountain places, I know that there's
Mhm.
really beautiful places over
Yeah.
there.
It's warm. There's no snow. You're not going to worry about snow. There's an occasional massive earthquake in the middle of Mexico City that will kill and destroy half of the city.
I
But
think that they're kind of like Midland and Odessa, where they're sinking.
yeah, that's not a good place to live, Mexico City. But that's the most populous place in Mexico.
Yeah,
So-
it's a lot of people. A lot of good food over there too. Like a lot of great chefs came from Mexico City.
Sure they do, and they go down there to learn and then come back up here to cook.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're like off the chart chefs. Like most of the
Mhm.
chefs here in the United States can't even compete. They can't compare.
I agree.
They're incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like good food too.
Who doesn't?
I'm just saying, maybe we need to switch. Like, could we take Texas and then be like, "Hey guys, y'all can have Texas."
See, about that Alamo thing.
we're ready. If you guys want to be a part of this, but
I
we
mean,
want
we
our
think-
own country down there. Like we
think
want
that
to take
you're
all
so
of our
much prettier,
Texas.
so we're just gonna take yours.
We're gonna take yours. Y'all
You
can have ours. Move in. Y'all can have all the Americans. We don't want them. They're a bunch of nuts. We'd rather deal
Because
with
we're
your
filling
cartels. We think we can deal with the cartels.
We'd probably be more effective.
We would, in
probably
fact, we would have a better relationship with the cartels than we do with the American government currently.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, we'll just leave all the Californians here, though. We'll let them stay where they plan.
well, no, they're
they're
welcome to come down there, but they won't have a vote.
Got it.
We're gonna have a test. It'll be, are you really Texan?
It'll be the Lone Star
Yeah, the
test,
Lone
not
Star
the
test.
Star test.
Yeah,
Not the
the
Star
Lone
test.
Star
Lone
test.
Star test.
That's right. All right, kids, here we go. Who is Bowie? Oh, you said David Bowie. No, you're from California. We're looking
Okay,
for
is
Bowie.
Is it
Bowie
Rio
knife.
Vista or Ra Vista?
Is it
Ra
Joshua
Vista.
or Joshua?
Oh boy, that can go either way though,
Mm,
because I grew up people calling it Joshua.
Joshua is correct.
Yeah,
Joshua is correct.
but nobody wants to agree to that anymore.
Well, it's two country, right?
I may bring that back for you.
Joshua,
Joshua.
Yeah, Joshua.
we'll do it. I'm in. Like Flynn. Let's make it happen.
I'm saying we'll call it the Great Switch.
California or Texas to
Texas
Mexico.
to Mexico, Mexico to Texas.
It would be so pretty.
Just give me the ocean.
That's what I'm saying.
Just give me
We'll get the
ocean.
better part of the Gulf of Mexico. Right now, the Texas Gulf Coast is nothing but dirt because of how it comes through. So it's all just sandy, ugly water. We get down on that bottom side where it's all blue and beautiful. Come on. More coastline.
They have
Love it.
really great mountains up there too in Mexico.
There you go.
It's actually quite beautiful. I would go there. I just haven't been there. Only in Pedras Negras.
We could call it Mexa Texas.
Instead of Tex-Mex, it's Mex-Tex.
Mexa Texas.
We'll all be Texicans.
Texicans. Again.
That's really all we are anyway. Let's be honest. Any of us that have grown up in Texas, we're really just Mexicans with a bad accent. We just need to embrace it. We Texans do not have a problem with Mexico or Mexicans. The only problem we have is how to figure out how much Mexican food we can fit in one city. Is it 20 Mexican restaurants? Is it 30? It's like pulling people into a telephone booth and saying, all right, how many can we fit in here?
We love tacos.
How's that place,
Man,
how's
she
that
doesn't love
place still
tacos.
open? You haven't been there yet? No, I just trying to figure out why it's still open. Oh,
Because they
man.
have chips and
Man, I tell you
salsa.
what,
Why
their
would they
queso
not
is
be
incredible.
open?
Everything else is trash, but the queso is incredible.
As long as they have chips and salsa, it doesn't matter.
Chips and sauce and a margarita
Oh boy.
on a patio. Spring weather in Texas.
See, I'm telling you,
I mean, come
we
on.
love Mexico.
You know, where
no
we're
one,
going to
no
have
one's saying
lots
it,
of that,
but we
though.
love it.
But you know why we're going to have lots of patio sitting? Because it's St. Patrick's Day weekend.
It is.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
It is.
St. Patty's Day. Beat the snakes out of town. That's what he did. He got rid of the snakes. Right? Am I right?
I don't know.
Oh, well, Tiffany will have to come and give us the whole
I
lowdown
feel like there's some
tomorrow
truth to
about
that.
it. I'm pretty sure that's why he was like, he became a saint because he got
What are
rid
you
of all
gonna
the.
get those
He got
snakes out?
he became he ran all the snakes out of
Hi, you be
out of
getting
the
them too
country.
far and too close. Look at those snakes coming in. I'm going to get rid of them. Me and my Irish ways. Give me a pint of Guinness.
I like that accent. You pulled it off very well.
It's the red hair.
Yeah, it helps. It helps.
St. Patrick's Day.
Big Patty's Day crawl here
In Burleson.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you know about it, Jared, Anthony?
You know, I've done that a few
Salazar.
times. Don't always remember it the next day. It is a good time. Every restaurant bar kind of has their own little deal. If you're here local, you should definitely try it.
I hear Derek Sheeler's got a couple places.
He does. He's got the Spice Rack and he's got the Lumberyard. And
maybe
patio.
and more coming.
Huge patio.
Always more coming.
St. Patrick.
Are we
he
gonna
ran
Google?
Snakes out. Yeah, I pulled it up.
You're gonna use the Googleizer.
I'm tired of all these snakes on this plane. Is that the same? That's not
No.
that was a different deal.
Yep.
According to tradition, Patrick returned to Ireland to convert the pagan Irish to Christianity. So that's pretty
So
cool.
was he even Irish?
So Patrick's efforts were eventually turned into an allegory in which he drove snakes. So like the serpent being the devil.
Gotcha.
Snakes, heathen practices, and out of Ireland, despite the fact that actual snakes were not known to inhabit the region. So they didn't even have snakes anyway. But so he drove the proverbial spiritual quantification of snakes out of Ireland.
Hey, and we've all learned something today during spring break week.
What is that? Oh, right. Yeah.
Because of you. I applaud you.
Good job.
Golf clap.
Good job. So when he said snakes, he was talking about the
spiritual
unsaved.
Yeah. So all the pagan Irish stuff that they do, and the fairies in the forest, and all the witchcraft kind of things.
Get out of here with your wee little minds.
Like it. I like it.
The thoughts in my head.
You need Jesus. You need the Lord. Get over here.
Oh my God.
Have a pint of Guinness with me. We'll talk about the Lord.
We need Kenny on here to tell us all about it. What is it really like in Ireland?
I don't
on
know, but I
St.
really want to
Patrick's
go.
Day?
Like, it looks like a cool place.
Heard it's a good time.
You ever been?
I have not.
I've not been either. I've been
So I
in
heard
Germany and Austria and Switzerland and
I've tried Guinness.
one city in
You want
France,
to talk
but-
about one of the worst things to put into a drink is Guinness. But I've heard if you go over to Ireland and you have it there, it's a totally different.
I like Guinness.
I thought he was gonna say, but if you have an Irish car bomb.
Oh my God, I fucking love that. Sorry. I got excited.
You got way excited on that one.
Deborah, get out of her! She's got a snake in her.
Wow, I haven't seen. That was a lot of excitement.
Get that snake out of her.
Sure don't.
We
Not
know what
today.
Sarah will be drinking this weekend
My
during
God,
St. Patrick's Day.
I love Irish car bombs.
I think that's their special
what
at
is in that?
Lumberyard.
What is in it?
this,
Oh
weekend.
boy,
What's in that?
It's Guinness and what is it?
Bailey's.
Bailey's.
And
yes.
so it's like this much Guinness, and then there's a shot glass on the top of Bailey's, and then like you drop it.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
not
okay.
to be confused with a lunchbox, which were consumed this last weekend.
Oh boy, I didn't have one of those.
Oh,
What's in
yeah.
that lunchbox?
It is
A sandwich and a pickle and chips.
it is a beer of your choice with orange juice and amaretto dropped into it.
Ooh, I can't do the amaretto.
That's pretty good.
Something about almonds. The almond flavoring can't
It's
do it.
pretty good.
What is the shot special at Spice Rack for the weekend? It's like green and it's got like a rainbow
I'm not sure what it's called. but yeah, I
gummy
know what
thing
you're
on
talking
top of it. It was really pretty. I was like, green's my favorite color anyway. So
Well, if you're going to St. Patrick's Day, I to me, the Spice Rack, their little tater tots that they have
about.
there.
The stuffed tater tots.
Oh my
Very
gosh,
good.
bro.
Very good.
They're so good. And then, of course, the stuffed avocados.
I love it.
Are great there.
With the chicken.
I can't eat that because I'm allergic to avocados.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
a shame.
I know.
Mexican
I'll
I'll
eat
eat
that
some
do
sushi
guacamole.
though. I'll eat some sushi though. With some
You just lost
avocado.
your Mexican-Tex
I know.
citizenship, bro.
So you can eat avocado and sushi.
If I have too much, I mean, I'm allergic to a lot
Oh.
of fruit, but I'll still eat it.
Okay, that makes
You know,
sense.
Does it like give you like
I got
geographic tongue
I
and
got
all that?
hives and stuff one
Oh,
time.
gosh.
I almost died one
Yeah,
time.
I'm
Mhm.
allergic to peanuts. I have to say that special now because
Peanuts.
because Tiffany always says the other word.
What does she say?
If I say it too fast, she'll say the other word.
Oh, got you. Okay.
I'm like, no,
Sorry.
not allergic to that.
But
Just peanuts.
I think there's about 9 or 10 places that are kind of doing this whole crawl this weekend.
So that's in Burleson.
Mhm.
So if you're interested in finding out more, just show up.
Yeah, just go downtown.
Yeah, have a good time.
There's
Most
lots of places.
downtowns are going to do it. You know,
Yeah.
they're going to have something because they're not going to not celebrate.
Station
St. Patrick's
330
Day.
is going to be open here in a few weeks.
Oh, wow.
I
Looking forward to
understand that
that.
they're almost done, and they set the caboose in there, and they got the parking lots done. So they're very, very close. And man, the inside of that is gorgeous. And the concert area that they're going to have, you know, it's just turning into a destination place.
You don't have to leave.
Old Town. Well, the
Old
thing
Town's
is, it's not
awesome.
just not having to leave. There's so many people coming here now. So
Yeah.
it's a destination place. It's not just Burleson people not leaving. It's Cleburne and Joshua and Alvarado and Grandview and
Can't
all of
wait to see
Johnson
all you guys
County.
this weekend. And remember to get the threads at threadscustomized.com, or you can call 1-800-THE-TANK.
You're going to get to
Or
that
you were-
tank. Get that snake out
Thank
of
y'all.
there.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, JoCo Community Radio.
Let's be honest. Wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581.
Attention all business owners and creative minds. Do you need a unique and personalized touch for your products? Look no further than Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs. We offer custom laser engraving services for a variety of products, including promotional items and corporate or personal gifts. With state-of-the-art equipment and a team of skilled designers, we can engrave intricate designs on virtually any material. Whether it's a special message, a company logo, or a custom design, Romika Laser Engraving will help you make your mark. And the best part, our prices are affordable and our turnaround time is quick.
I couldn't be happier with the work Romika Laser Engraving did for me. The engraving on my product was precise and exactly what I wanted.
So don't wait any longer to add a personal touch to your products. Call Romika Laser Engraving.